What's up, everyone? It's your boy Norm Radd89 here, bringing you another video. And as I promised, for the month of January, I'm going to be binging Cobra Kai. And like I said, I am brand new to the series. This is the first time diving into it. And over the last 2 days, I binged the first season, all 10 episodes. So today we're going to talk about all the nitty-gritty, grimy details of this show, what I liked, disliked, and overall rating and feelings going into season 2 and everything. And then I'll probably start season 2 tonight, probably get a few episodes in, after the kids crash and all that kind of stuff. So make sure you like and subscribe so you could be on the journey with me as I go through Cobra Kai. So let's do this. Roll it. As I said in my intro, I am brand new to this show. I've seen all the Karate Kid movies, and I'm a fan of those movies, and I know of all of them, but I never really dived into the show. It was just one of those shows that I was either watching so much other stuff or other series that I was more attached to, so I just never went to it. And I've heard so many good things, and I had a Twitter poll last year, I believe it was like around the month of November, so I had a Twitter poll, and most of my Twitter followers voted that I start checking out Cobra Kai. So like I said, today we're going to talk about my feelings on season 1, all 10 episodes. So let's just dive right in. My favorite thing probably about the show, to be honest, is that there is a relatable character for everyone. Be it like whatever you are, even if you're like just outcast, daughter who's trying to, kind of be segued away from her father, but, do her own thing and stuff, but kind of trying to find her friend group. Then we have Miguel, who's, trying to win the girl of his dreams, but also kind of stand up for, his manhood, like be a man, kind of thing. And Johnny, who's this kind of broken down character, and he's really trying to find his path. And I like how Miguel pulls him out of that kind of rut and Johnny gets on this path. So like I said, there is a character in this series for just about everyone for you can kind of relate to, you know what I mean? Nostalgia is very strong in this show too, and they play heavy on that, and I'm cool with that. I love nostalgia, and I'm a huge fan, like I said, of the original Karate Kid movies, so nostalgia is fine for me when we get the flashbacks, when we return to certain areas, or we get people trying to mimic certain things. Like one of my favorite moments, we'll talk about it right now, is just because we're getting into spoilers, this series has been out, is in the last episode with the tournament, and Daniel goes up to Robbie and he's about to, do your thing, and then like calls for the medic. Like that part got me. So that was one of my favorite moments. But like I said, nostalgia is very strong in this show, and I like that they use it in a very kind of natural way, but it doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel forced in or anything like that. It feels natural, and it makes you feel like, fond memories, and it gets you more attached to the series and the characters that are going on in the show, because we have a lot of new characters. And that's a great thing too, is because it's been so long. I believe this is like 25, 30 plus years since the original stuff, the stories and everything. And to have, Daniel LaRusso and Johnny back, and them kind of cross paths, but now they have, Daniel has a family, even Johnny has a son now. So it's like there's all these elements that play a factor in this show now. And like I said, the nostalgia kind of pulls you into it and helps you get attached to these new characters. The soundtrack is also banging, like for real. We got amazing bands in here, like Foreigner. Not so much GNR. I can do without the GNR, but we got Foreigner in here. We got some REO Speedwagon, so a really good soundtrack that also leans into the nostalgia, you know what I mean? Because you love those soundtracks. Like some of the best songs came out of the 80s era. And also, let's get into my favorite characters. I'm not going to talk about every character because I don't want to make this video like a 20-minute long video, but my favorite characters are Johnny. He's top dog, probably my favorite. I really didn't think he would be that interesting of a character, and to start off with him and show you how broken down he has been since what LaRusso did to him and the fallout from his master and stuff, and the dismantling of Cobra Kai and the banning of them from the tournament. Like, you just see the rut that Johnny's in. He's totally down in the dumps, but I love that aspect of this film, because when you have the series, when you have tortured characters, those are sometimes the best and most interesting characters in a movie or a show. Another amazing character is Robbie. Like, I like Johnny a lot. I love his son Robbie. I think he's pretty cool too. Robbie's one of those characters that they easily could have wrote to be just a, asshole teenage kid that, didn't have his dad around and just the lame old stuff, trying to get revenge. But they actually flipped it really good in this show, and they use that to an extent, but they don't play on that too long. And I like Robbie's evolution by the time we get to that episode 10 and the turn. I also love amazing characters. Two other ones we're going to bring up right now because it's a pair is Daniel and Amanda LaRusso. I think that, of course, we love Ralph Macchio as Daniel. He's great to see him back, and it's funny that he's a car salesman, using his bonsai trees like as a little kind of selling point for his car sales and stuff like that. And we slash our prices, like, karate chop him down. Like, yeah, he's great. Like he fits right into that character. Ralph Macchio just goes right back into that role. But another fabulous thing I love about this show is Amanda LaRusso, the significant other. I like the fact that they went the opposite route of most shows and most movies. I'm used to having a husband or a wife, the significant other, you know what I mean? Be like a kind of daunting character, or someone you don't like, or they make stupid decisions, or they just say dumb things. And no, Amanda LaRusso's amazing. She's that kind of tether that keeps Daniel grounded, and she has multiple scenes in this show where she says things to Daniel, and I like the fact that he takes his wife's advice. It's not like he just ignores her or nothing like that. She drops knowledge on him, and Daniel's like, damn, you're right. You know what I mean? Especially like in that last episode when he's mad at Robbie because Robbie lied and didn't tell him that he was Johnny's son. And Amanda's like, so what? He's a kid. He lied. Like, get over it, dog. Like, you know what I mean? And like, Daniel gets over it like that, because that's why I like Amanda's character. And I hope they keep writing her like that in season 2, because I want her to be the most kind of grounded, kind of the rock of the family is how I'm picturing her right now, and how she is to me in this first season. The writing is great as well. It's sometimes cheesy at moments, and it definitely could be better, but I think the writing is great. And like, it's not a bad thing, like I said, the cheesy thing's not a bad thing, but I can see improvements hopefully in the next season. And once these characters have more emotional moments and more gripping moments, you're going to get to see more acting and all that stuff out of all these characters. But like I said, I had a lot of fun with this first season. The nostalgia, the songs, the characters, it all pulled me in, and it flows very well and stuff like that. And in terms of negatives with the show, they're kind of just nitpicky ones, like small things. One would be that I feel like between episode 9 and 10, I feel like you could have had an episode between 9 and 10. I love the fact that we have a solid 10 episodes. The episodes are they're pretty short though, and they go really fast, but it flows. The story does flow, but I definitely feel like you could have had an episode between 9 and 10, especially after the party incident when Miguel sees Robbie and Miguel's drunk and he actually, accidentally, hits Daniel's daughter. And I was like, oh, damn, dude, like he made that mistake. Come on, dude. Like that, yeah, that was one of those moments. And like, I felt like there could have been an episode between that going into the tournament as well. But then I feel like that episode with the tournament, it's good, but it feels a little rushed. I feel like you could have squeezed, maybe an episode and a half out of that, or maybe like, just opening up, setting them up, going to the tournament and stuff like that, and then the actual battles and fights and the culmination in that last episode. But that's like a nitpicky thing. Now let's talk about some of my favorite moments. And one of my favorite moments, to be honest, is when Daniel's LaRusso's daughter makes up with her friend Aisha after the tournament, after she loses her match. And when she goes, she's like, I'll be right back. And she goes to talk to her. I think that was a beautiful moment. That was actually the first moment I wrote down, because they're not even my favorite characters, but I just wanted that resolution for them. And I'm glad that the writers gave us that resolution for those two characters, cementing their friendship. And she even helps her, you know what I mean, with Miguel, like, and Robbie. So I think that's going to have a culmination into that second season as to where is she going to lean? Is she going to maybe join Cobra Kai? Is she not? Like, there's a lot of things that could be going down with season 2. But another favorite moment of mine is just Johnny when he busts in on Robbie for the first time after he finds out that he was lying to the school and stuff, that he was, like, I think on a trip to Denver with his dad or something. And he busts in on them, and he sees that one friend of his that has, like, that mustache, and he just looks, he's like, what the hell is that on your face? And he's like, a mustache? And the next time you see that character, he has his mustache shaved, like, oh man, and then Robbie ends up kicking their butt because he uses the way that LaRusso teaches him, just kind of being calm, kind of more of the way of water type thing. Like, it's good. Like I said, the show's good. There's a little bit too many montage moments. I can do with less montage moments and maybe some more story elements, but So far in my book, I would give Cobra Kai a solid 8 out of 10 for real. This was a really good first season, bringing you back to the characters, kind of introducing you to where they are in their life now, and introducing new characters that are getting you interested for season 2 because you want to see how the dynamic plays out. And now you're caring about these characters. By episode 10, I care. Like, by the time the season 1 was over, I was like, oh yeah, I care about these new characters, and I want to find out where they're going to take Robbie and Miguel and all them. It looks like Miguel might be going to the dark side though, and Hawk too. Like, there's a lot of elements of Cobra Kai that I'm wondering how Johnny's going to be able to balance that. He's going to have to learn that Cobra Kai can't be always the whole strike first thing. He has to use it in a different way and teach it in a different way. So I'm hoping that he's going to learn. Someone's going to teach him, either his pupil Miguel or his pupil Hawk, the way that they turn out. It's going to end up, I hope, helping Johnny turn into a better teacher. But thanks for sticking around with me all for this chat of Cobra Kai Season 1. As you can see, I'm very fond of it. Like I said, it had a lot of elements that were great, only nitpicky minor negative things, and I can't wait to start Season 2. Like I said, tonight, probably after dinner and after the kiddos lay down and stuff, I'll probably get a few episodes of Season 2 in and everything like that. So thanks for sticking around with me all, and be sure to like and subscribe so you can be on the journey with me. And also, I got other videos too. We still talk physical media. We're still going to talk some horror. I got some other pickups and some other stuff I want to talk about, and some reviews for things that I watched last year, films and stuff, because I haven't seen anything new for 2023 yet. So, but most importantly, I want y'all to have a safe and happy day. Peace out.